Put your motherfucking wrists up. Let's start with the obvious headline. Shedeur Sanders is the first Browns rookie QB to win his first NFL start since 1995. Folks, that's 26 years. Most of y'all watching this probably wasn't even born yet. I was 4. That's not just a stat. That's a cultural reset. This franchise has been looking for this exact spark for decades. You had Tim Couch, Ty Detmer, Doug Peterson, Spurgeon Wynn, Kelly Holcomb, Jeff Garcia, Luke McCown, Trent Dilford, Charlie Fry, Derek Anderson, Brady Quinn, Ken Dorsey, Bruce Krakowski, Jake Delhomme, Colt McCoy, Seneca Wallace, Jason Campbell, Brandon Whedon, Thad Lewis, Brian Hoare, Johnny Manziel, Connor Shaw, Josh McCown, Austin Davis, Cody Kessler, Robert Griffin III, Deshaun Kaiser, Kevin Hogan, Baker Mayfield, Tyrod Taylor, Case Keenum, Nick Mullins, Jacoby Brissett, Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, PJ Walker, Jeff Driscoll, Bailey Zappi, Jameis Winston, and Dylan Gabriel. None of those names put a spark into the team, into the franchise, into the fans like this young man has. The spark to ignite a franchise didn't come from a top-tier first-round pick. Many of who on this list were traded up for or highly sought after. It was the guy drafted in the 5th round at the 144th overall pick, QB4 in the preseason. The guy they told us wasn't ready walked in and rewrote history in one afternoon. Legendary. The Shedeur haters have been real quiet. Few of them try to bring up the same talking points. But he didn't just play well, he played with poise. He played with the same poise and ice in his veins that he had in college. The moment wasn't too big for him. He proved his haters wrong without even having to directly acknowledge them. That's the difference between confidence and arrogance. Shedeur has the first one. He backs up everything he says. This entire game is proof of what a robbery the draft was. He never should have fallen that far. In fact, check this out.
First of all, when I was with the Raiders, he was one of our top choices. If I would have stayed there, there's no way he goes to the 5th round. I'm making that choice and the decision that we're drafting. Mark Davis was on board with that. Our organization was on board. We believed in what we saw with Shedeur, and saw enough. Obviously, what the situation I dealt with the quarterbacks. But one thing about Shedeur that I think we see all the glitz, the glamour, hitting the watch and what time it is and all that is. He's born for this. His pedigree is that for moments of this magnitude that he's going into. And again, it's against the Raiders team that's struggling, right? But the guy plays well. It's just that he's Deion's son. And we overly criticize this kid from day one. And it started in the draft. And again, you might not like his persona. You might not like his aura about himself. But Cleveland does. Every time he comes to the game, those fans, they go nuts. They go nuts. And he's a guy that I think is going to bring some excitement. I think he's going to bring some energy and some life to an organization that has struggled for so long at the quarterback position. And you can see where it doesn't matter when he gets in the game, everybody stands up. And I expect him today to play well. And it's not because it's his first start, but the Raiders defense in a whole is not very good, especially in the passing game. And I think he will have an exceptional game today, honestly, against the Raiders. I expect him to do well. I expect him to you'll see him do that walk that he did with Deion, probably by himself, and get into that mode. And you know this, Matt, as a quarterback. Sure. You have to kind of get into that zone where you block out all the noise and say, man, go back to when you were in high school, Jackson State, at Colorado, when we thought at some point you was going to be a first-round draft pick because the talent is there. But now you got to prove it to the rest of the world.
The talent, clear. The IQ, clear. The leadership, clear. All that, he's only good because of the system talk, gone. He walked into the league and proved he belonged from day one, even though the league tried to play gatekeeper. Now let's be real, even with the win, Stefanski still has to get fired. Don't let one W fool you. This record is on his decisions, his rotations, his play calling, and his stubbornness. And even now, after the win, you still have people mad at his confidence. A confident white QB? Confident. But a confident Shedeur? That's arrogance? Nah, we not doing this. His confidence makes him dangerous. That's the DNA of an NFL QB. If you're triggered by a young black man believing in himself, that's a personal problem, not a football one. This was the first chapter in a new era. If the Browns are smart, they'll build around Shedeur instead of getting in his way. I'm Dragon Dambala, This is about sports.
Crunch time every time.